Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another custom Power Rangers Lightning review. Today, I would like to show off to you guys my custom blue girl Space Ranger. I got the inspiration from this Power Rangers Boom comic that I've been reading recently. Picked it up about a month ago for really cheap. And I noticed that they had a girl blue Space Ranger in there, and I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. And so I basically bought a yellow Ranger and painted it and dyed it blue. And ironically, after I got done, doing this figure, I read the rest of the comic, and I was a little disappointed in the comic. Not because the comic itself, I thought the comic was cool, but I uh, I don't really like the way that everything's turning gay. And when you start affecting, comic books turning people gay and lesbians, it's pretty fucked up, you know. And ironically, I made this the first, blue girl ranger who was actually a lesbian. I was like, God damn it, dude! Really, you guys are gonna, take an awesome storyline and put like, lesbian gay bullshit into it? I don't know. I was a little irritated with it, but the concept of a girl space ranger who was blue, I thought was kind of cool. So, enough with me, bashing on the author putting wokeness into the comic. I think I did a fairly good job on this figure. My original idea was, since I've been dyeing figures for the past couple of years, I've had a lot of success in taking yellow figures and turning them blue. And how I would usually do that was, I figured when you put green and yellow together that it makes blue, so that's what I try to do with this figure. Long story short, with this figure, it made all the parts blue, but it was like way dark blue. The blue was so dark that it was like almost a dark, sea blue, and just the color is pure shit. So what I had to do was I basically had to repaint over everything that was dyed, and this is what we have here. And there is a little, little splotches here and there that I need to do some repaint touches on, like, little upper arms. They need to be touched up with white. Here in the joints, I actually sanded the fuck those down. I sanded them down so much because I was trying to avoid paint rub. But, unfortunately, paint rub still is an issue. Just in these upper joints right in here. Which is strange because I sanded those down like real good. Not so much with these back right here, the back joints for the legs. Now this one's actually fairly decent. I don't see any paint rub. This one right here has a little bit of paint rub on top. If I have to, I'll probably get back in there and, do it again. And it looks like a little bit of paint rubbed off on the bottom as well. But you can see where I dyed it blue. It just wasn't that great. But, it is what it is. And right up in here, too, I was trying to figure this out, how to avoid, paint rub here. And, it's got some issues for sure. All the way around. And like I said, I'm not done with this figure yet. This was just a test to see how far I can, go with painting. And again, right in here, you can see, how dark blue it was becoming, and it just wasn't that great, It was like at this point where I should have done is just taken off the joints and, turned them black, for crying out loud. At least it'd be a whole lot better than paint chip, in my opinion. But I think overall this figure, came out pretty nice. I really like the way that it came out. And also with the character from the comic, besides the point that she was a carpet muncher, they also made her black too, kind of like TJ, the blue Space Ranger, who was also the Red Turbo Ranger. So I thought that was a little, interesting. Kind of funny, actually. Surprised that they didn't turn this girl Blue Ranger into like a gay alien type thing. They just kept her human. But the storyline for that comic was actually pretty cool. Now it showed Andros and his little butt buddy, the Silver Ranger, as kids. And they basically get adopted by a lesbian couple who were also Power Rangers. So that's a little interesting. So also what I did, since the this Blue Ranger, she's black, I also gave her a black face. And I don't mean that in a racist way. But here's what she looks like in the civilian face, and I think it actually fit pretty well. I stole this face off of the yellow Zeo Ranger. I forgot what her name was. It wasn't Tanya, maybe. Fuck, I forgot. It's been such a long time since I've seen the Zeo series, but I took the face off of that Yellow Ranger and gave it to this Blue Ranger, who was originally Yellow Ranger as well. And I think it came out pretty well. And it kind of looks like the one in the comic, but yeah, it's nice. I actually like the head sculpt on this figure. It's pretty good. A lot of the time, what Hasbro's been doing is that Hasbro's been giving us like happy faces and whatnot. I fucking hate the happy face Power Rangers, especially when you put them in the pose like if they're stabbing a villain or they're getting their asses beat and you have their civilian head on. It's like, why the fuck are they smiling about that? It just kind of pisses me off. Like, in my own personal opinion, the worst one that they have is Billy. Like, it's almost impossible to put him into a pose where he's getting his ass beat with him smiling. It's like, that's something he's into. Yes, beat me harder, Daddy. Beat me so hard you don't even know. God damn it, Billy. Boo. But, I also took the Yellow Space Ranger, her little, fun weapon, and I dyed that blue. So this is the blue that I came out with, and it's really not that great at all. But I think it actually fits the figure pretty well, though. Pretty happy about the way this figure came out, minus the fact that it has failing paint on the joints. I think it came out pretty cool. Pew pew pew. Lesbian power forever. Sluts. Now, the one thing about these the girl figures I don't like is that they don't give them they don't give these figures double jointed elbows. They just give them your standard single, which is a fucking shame, because they put so much effort into making these figures only to basically degrade them with a single joint instead of double. But I really like the way this figure came out. Now she looks great. And after this video, I'm going to go back and do some paint touch-ups and try to make this figure look as pristine as possible. And probably going to sell it on eBay. Probably won't get that much out of it, but it's okay. It's a work of art. Not the best, but it is what it is. So with this figure, and of course it comes with the helmet, she comes with the alternate hands, like the karate chop. I'm gonna karate chop your vagina. And she's also got the fist. I'm gonna punch your asshole, my fist. And she's got the cool little laser gun that they come with. And that actually fits right inside the holster, like so. But yeah, pretty nice figure. Now I still got to do some more, practice on painting think I'm getting pretty good with it. So before I go with the paint, I also prep the figure in advance, gentle scuffing of the figure, a matte clear coat on it so the paint had something to stick to, and I gave another matte clear coat after the paint was dry. And overall, I'm going to give this figure about a 7 out of 10 because the joints are just so shitty on the arms. But I'm pretty happy the way this figure came out, and I'm definitely going to be making another one pretty soon. What my plan is that next I'm going to make a girl Black Space Ranger and a red girl Space Ranger. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.